Welcome students in the video lecture of oscillations. We know that oscillation is the to and fro movement. Examples are simple pendulum, spring, mass system. This performs the oscillation. We also call oscillation as the vibration. Here we can see the bob of pendulum is repeating the motion about some position. This position about which motion is repeated is known as the mean position, and these are the two extreme positions beyond which the pendulum will not go, and this to and fro motion is known as oscillation or vibration. And since this motion is repeated or periodic motion, we can define period as time required to complete one repeated set of movements or oscillation is known as the period of the oscillation. We define oscillation or vibration as the one set of to and fro movement, and time required to complete this one repeated set of movement is known as the periodic time. Frequency is number of oscillations performed per unit time. In this lecture, we will study more about the linear SHM. First, let us define some terms. Example of the linear SHM is a simple pendulum. It performs the repeated set of moments at x is equal to 0, that is mean position. Mean position is defined as the position about which the repeated set of movement is performed. X equal to 0 is known as mean position, and we can see in the diagram maximum distance covered from the mean position is A, and this maximum displacement covered from the mean position is known as amplitude. Amplitude is defined as the maximum displacement from the mean position. This maximum displacement is plus minus A at the extreme positions. These endpoints are known as the extreme positions. At endpoints, displacement may be plus A or the minus A, and in between it varies from 0 to plus minus A. We can use the sine and cosine functions. Since sine and cosine function has values 0 and plus minus 1, if we multiply A by 0 and plus minus 1 and another values, we can write the displacement as x is equal to A sine omega t plus alpha. In the next discussion, we will define what is alpha and study the concept of linear SHM. There are two types of SHM, linear and the angular SHM. Example of linear SHM is simple pendulum. Linear SHM is the linear periodic motion in which the force or acceleration are directly proportional to displacement and oppositely directed to the displacement. It is the simple harmonic motion along the straight line. Harmonic word is used since we are expressing the periodic displacement, repeated displacement by sine and cosine functions with respect to time. We can write the repeated displacement, and hence due to this sine and cosine harmonic functions, we can define oscillation as harmonic motion or periodic motion. Second type of SHM is angular SHM, in which the motion is not along the linear path like simple pendulum, but it is along the angular path. Examples are torsional pendulum and the angular SHM. Let us study linear SHM in detail. For this, consider a block tied to a spring, and then it is stretched in the right hand direction. Its displacement is in the right hand direction. After leaving, it will go to the left due to restoring force, which brings it back to the original position. So due to elasticity of spring, restoring force is developed, and it is directly proportional to displacement. If displacement is very small, force will be small. Small force is required. Small force is produced to bring the block to original position. And if displacement is large, to bring it back to original position, large internal restoring force is developed which restores it to the original position. So force and displacement, they are directly proportional, and if displacement is to the right, force is to the left, motion is to the left, and hence they are oppositely directed. If spring is compressed, if displacement is in the left hand direction, leaving, the block will come back to original right hand direction position, and hence its motion is to the right if displacement is to the left. Hence again here displacement and force, they are in the oppositely directed and directly proportional. We can write this as force is directly proportional to displacement and oppositely directed to displacement from mean position. And negative sign shows that force and displacement are oppositely directed. K is known as force constant. Here hence linear simple harmonic motion is defined as the linear periodic motion in which restoring force is directly proportional to displacement and both are oppositely directed. You can see a block is shown tied to spring. If it is stretched, it comes back to left hand position. Restoring force is developed which restores its position. If spring is compressed, restoring force restores the original position in the right hand direction. So force and displacement, they are oppositely directed and directly proportional. We can find the force constant K, which depends upon the material of spring. So restoring force restores the position, and restoring force is given by minus Kx. Hence linear SHM is the periodic motion in which the motion is in the straight line path and force or acceleration are directly proportional to displacement and oppositely directed. Conditions that make the linear SHM are: object should be oscillating along a straight line and the net force should be 0. Linear SHM is defined as linear periodic motion of oscillating body in which restoring force is always directed inwards towards the mean position and magnitude is directly proportional to displacement from mean position. That is, F is equal to minus Kx. K is the force constant. It depends upon material of the spring. SI unit of force constant is Newton per meter, as force is expressed in Newton in the SI system and displacement in the meter. And SI unit is Newton per meter. CGS unit is Dyne per centimeter. And dimensions of force constants are equal to dimensions of force upon dimensions of displacement, that is equal to 1 in m, 1 in L, t raised minus 2 in t divided by 1 in L is equal to 1 in m, 0 in L and minus 2 in t. Any time t we can tell x, v and n. Let us study differential equation of linear SHM. Let m be the mass of oscillating object or particle and x be displacement. Then in linear SHM, restoring force F is equal to minus Kx. Using Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma. And since x displacement, dx upon dt is its velocity and d2x upon dt square is its acceleration, substituting these values is equal to m d2x upon dt square. Comparing equation 1 with Newton's second law of motion, we get here minus kx is equal to m d2x upon dt square. Solving the equation, adding kx on both sides of equation, we get m d2x upon dt square plus kx equal to 0. Dividing by m on both sides of equation, we get d2x upon dt square plus k by m into x equal to 0. This is differential equation of linear SHM. Here k upon m is found to be omega, that is angular speed, which is equal to square root of k by m. Hence we can write d2x upon dt square plus k upon m into x equal to 0. Let us find out expression for acceleration in linear SHM. From the differential equation of linear SHM, d2x upon dt square is equal to minus omega square x. Since d2x upon dt square is acceleration, a is equal to minus omega square x, and hence acceleration is minus omega square x. Acceleration has different values in different positions. In the mean position, x is equal to 0, acceleration is 0, and this is the minimum value of acceleration. At the extreme position, displacement is equal to plus minus a, maximum, and hence a is also maximum. It is equal to plus minus omega square a. Let us see summary of it. Acceleration in the mean position is 0. Acceleration in the extreme position is plus a omega square and minus a omega square. Now what will be expression for velocity in linear SHM? From differential equation we can find out acceleration, and we know that acceleration is rate of change of velocity. In integrating acceleration we can get the velocity. Now let us write the equation so that we can separate the variables, and using separation of variables and integration we can find out formula for velocity. Acceleration is equal to dv upon dx into dx upon dt. To separate the variables, we will write dx upon dt as v. So a is equal to v. V is written here, dv upon dx. Separate the variables v dv on one side and take a dx on the another side. Substitute a is equal to minus omega square x from the last equation, last derivation, and hence minus omega square x is equal to minus omega square x into dx is equal to minus v square dv. Now variables are separated. Now integrate. Integration of v dv is equal to minus omega square x dx. Using formula of integration, standard identity, integration of x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. We get integration of v dv is equal to v square upon 2. Integration of x is equal to x square upon 2. Substitute this value, and c is the constant of integration. It depends upon the initial conditions. And at the extreme position, we know these initial conditions. We know for pendulum, at extreme position, pendulum stop and come back to original position. Hence, at x equal to a, v equal to 0, and hence we get c as. Substitute at x equal to a, v equal to 0. 0 is equal to minus omega square into a square upon 2 plus c. Solve this equation step by step. V square is equal to omega square into bracket a square minus x square. V is equal to omega square root of a square minus x square. To find constant of integration, use the conditions that we know. In the extreme position v equal to 0, substitute this value, find constant c, and then solve this equation. We get v square is equal to omega square a square minus x square. V is equal to plus minus omega square root of a square minus x square. This expression gives value of v at any position x. Let us see minimum and maximum values. In the mean position x is equal to 0, substitute x equal to 0, we get v is equal to plus minus omega square root of a square minus 0 square. Square root of a square is a, and hence v minimum is equal to plus minus a omega. And in the extreme position x is equal to plus minus a. Here a square minus a square is 0 and v is equal to 0, and v minimum is 0 in the extreme position. Hence we can see in the mean position v is plus minus a omega, and in the extreme position v minimum is 0. Let us see summary. In the mean position, acceleration is minimum. In the mean position, velocity is maximum, a omega. In the extreme position, in the right extreme, acceleration is minus a omega square, and in the left extreme, acceleration is plus a omega square, and the velocity is minimum in the left extreme and right extreme positions. Let us find out expression for displacement at any position. From velocity v is equal to dx upon dt, after integration we will get x, and hence write v is equal to omega square root of a square minus omega square. Write v as dx upon dt. Rate of change of displacement is equal to omega square root of a square minus omega square. Separate the variables. After separation of variables, dx upon square root of a square minus omega x square is equal to omega dt. Integrate. Integration of dx upon square root of a square minus omega square is equal to integration of omega dt. Omega is constant and take out of integration sign. Use the standard identity from mathematics. Integration of dx square root of a square minus x square is sine inverse x upon a. So we are getting some angle, and hence we can write here, use this standard identity. Sine inverse of x upon a is equal to omega t. Now we are getting some angle, so I am writing constant of integration as alpha, angle alpha. Importance of this we will study in the next topic. And hence sine of omega t plus alpha is equal to x upon a. We can write sine inverse of x upon a is equal to omega t plus alpha. X upon a is equal to sine omega t plus alpha. X is equal to a sine omega t plus alpha. Multiply by a on both sides of equation. A will get cancelled here from this LHS, and we get this expression for displacement at any time small t and at any position. X is equal to sine omega t plus alpha. Now let us discuss values of displacement. In the mean position at t equal to 0, if particle starts from the mean position at t equal to 0 second, substitute t equal to 0, x will be equal to capital A sine of omega t plus alpha. Since in the mean position at t equal to 0, displacement must be equal to 0. Alpha must be taken as 0. So A sin 0 will be 0, and hence alpha equal to 0 in the mean position. In the extreme position, if particle starts from extreme position at t equal to 0, then in the extreme position x is a, magnitude is a, and hence a is equal to a sin 0 plus alpha, and hence 1 is equal to sin alpha inverse, sin inverse of which angle is 1? It is pi by 2, and hence we can write x is equal to a sin omega t plus pi by 2, and we know that sin of omega t plus pi by 2 is cos omega t, and this is expression for the displacement of linear SHM when particle starts from the extreme position, and angle alpha is equal to pi by 2 in the motion in the extreme position when particle starts SHM in the extreme position. In the next video lecture, we will discuss about phase of SHM and next topic. Thank you.